Hello everybody, welcome back to Modern Meta Matchups, and on today's episode we have some exciting decks to play. We've got Amulet Titan, which I'll be playing, and we've got Asmo Food, which hasn't seen play here in about a year. I know we played it right when the Modern Horizon 2 just came out. We played that against a domain deck back in the day. If you want to check that out, feel free to check it out right up there, and you can look at that later on. For today, Amulet Titan, we have played this many times. Not much has changed. The biggest difference is we are playing Cultivator Colossus in addition to our Titans and our Amulets, but the Cultivator Colossus is a very interesting card for this deck. It gives it a different way to play. So I'm very excited to play this today.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that food deck.
Yeah, so not much has changed with Asmo Food. It's really cool, of course. You get Asmo, I can't pronounce it, I'm sorry. You also get your Underworld Cookbook that it grabs. You get a Cauldron Familiar, and you also get the Oven. It almost plays like an Aristocrat style deck where you're sacrificing stuff, gaining that incremental value. I'm a big fan of the deck. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, I really like these decks, and if you want to let us know how much you like these videos, it's very easy. Hit that thumbs up button. Also, hit the subscribe if you're already subscribed. Tell a friend. Share these videos. It means a lot to us. And just to kind of give you guys a little sneak preview, we are going to be doing some special stuff upcoming in September.
Oh, it should be a lot of fun. And if honestly, I do just want to take a moment. I really want to thank all of our patrons. This would not be possible without you, so thank you so much. And if you want to support us, go down in the description, see our Patreon. It really mean a lot to us. And if you're down there as well, check out our Discord, leave us a comment, tell us how we're doing, see if there's something you want to see.
Without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the gameplay. All right, we have a little bit of a new setup here, and we're gonna go to the die roll. I got a 4.
It's not Monopoly, so you don't get to roll again.
I'm
going first.
I need to roll again to be able to beat your 6
I'm going
though.
first.
All right.
Let's see what we got. All right.
Well, I think game 1, you probably need all the help you can get anyway.
Yeah, I really do. I really do. Huh. I'm gonna take a mulligan.
I'll try mine. It's not amazing, but we'll see what happens. All right, so going into game 1, I have an interesting hand. I've got 6 lands. 2 of them are very good. I've got Urza's Saga. I also have a basic forest, which is nice, and we'll see why in a little bit. I've got a Teleria West, a Castle Garenbrig, and a Selesnya Sanctuary. My only non-land, not amazing, but it is an Explorer, which means I can start to get my lands out early. Maybe one of those Urza Sagas can grab an Expedition map or something later in this game. Normally I want to be getting Amulet, but I do have 2 Sagas, so I might be able to get that Expedition map to find a land that can actually help me win the game rather than the ones I've got here. Either way, I think this hand is just good enough for me to keep it.
Hey, 7 didn't work. Let's see how 6 goes.
Hopefully better for your sake.
Yeah, it's a keep. I'm gonna bottom this card. My game 1 hand is not amazing, but it's playable. I did have to mulligan, so I do have an Overgrown Tomb and an Urza Saga. That's the extent of my lands. I do have a few good cards. I do have an Underworld Cookbook and an Asmo, which is really nice, as well as a Trail of Crumbs, so that hopefully should back up the rest of my hand. Now, the other 2 cards are 2 Cauldron Familiars, so I did have to mulligan, so one of those is just gonna go to the bottom. All right, so I'm gonna shock myself here.
Yep.
I'm gonna pay 2. And I'm gonna play a Cookbook.
You've got a Cookbook.
That's my turn.
All right, I'll draw. Well, looks like I did draw something I can play this turn, though.
Please don't.
So I'll
Please.
play a Saga, and then I'll play a 1-drop colorless turn.
No.
Unfortunately for me,
Okay.
it's just a map.
I like that one. All right, cool.
I will pass the turn.
Sick. I'm gonna draw.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna activate.
Sure.
I would like to discard a cat.
It's not what I want you to discard, but
I love discarding that.
better than a Daredevil, I suppose.
So I'm gonna pay 1. And then cast an Asmo.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yep, you get another Cookbook.
Yep. All right. So then I'm also going to play my own Urza Saga.
Oh.
It's gonna come in with 1 counter.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pay.
I feel like our Sagas do a little bit different work in these decks. Another Cookbook. The one that you just tutored, probably.
No? Go ahead. So I can't pronounce this card's name, so for the rest of the game, I'm going to call it Asmo.
Asmo Ranimar, Decadestina Kuldakar?
That one.
That's the one?
That one.
All right. My Saga goes up to 2.
It does. I think your Saga's a little bit better than mine, though.
It does find me a little bit better stuff.
It does.
I'll play a Forest. And then I'll play an Explore.
Sure.
So I'll draw a card and I can play an extra land this turn. I will play an extra land. It's going to be a Castle Garenbrig.
Okay.
And then I'll pay a green.
It's kind of annoying.
And I'll play what looks like a monkey, but it's just a beast.
That's kind of annoying.
The Arboreal Grazer.
Yeah, happens.
Which lets me put another land into play.
Austin, just so you are aware, I had a family before this game.
I'll put an Urza's Saga into play
Oh,
tapped.
God, that's so gross.
After that, I think I've done enough here.
You think?
Yeah.
At the end of your turn, I think I'm going to sacrifice my food to return my cat.
That happens.
You lose a life, I gain a life.
That happens indeed, and we are tied up.
We are. I would like to... I think I would like to just go to my turn.
Sure thing.
I'm going to untap and go to draw. Saga trigger.
Yep, you go to chapter 2.
Go. It does go to chapter 2. I would like to move to the combat phase of my turn.
Sure thing. I'll just block the cat.
Sure.
You take my 3.
Yep, just 3. Second main phase here.
Do we have a land?
I do not.
Ooh.
I do not.
That means we don't have constructs coming, so that's good for me.
Kind of.
Oh, kind of. Okay.
I'm going to pay 1.
Sure.
And I'm going to play a bird.
Yep, you get a food.
I do.
You get your pretzel.
That's my pretzel. I think my pretzel will signify the end of my turn.
All right. Well, I'll untap.
All right. I'm going to hold the table very tightly.
And draw. These are triggering, and with this 1 on 3, I'll go ahead and just float a colorless mana.
You got it. Are we grabbing a Amulet Titan?
I'm gonna I'm gonna grab an Amulet Vigor. Yes.
Yeah, you got it.
So I have a colorless floating.
You do?
I'll have another colorless floating.
Okay.
I'm going to play my land for turn as a Selesnya Sanctuary. Amulet will untap it.
Yup.
I'll go ahead and make a green and a white and return it to my hand.
Sounds good. Green, white, colorless floating.
2 colors, green and a white.
Yes.
Another green.
I feel like we're going to see a Titan here.
Oh, 7 mana. So I have 5. Go ahead
Yes.
and get an extra one, so this tab's for 2 essentially. So I have 7. I'll play a Cultivator Colossus.
Okay. Triggers on the stack.
Yeah.
I'm going to activate my cookbook.
Sure.
I'm going to discard another cat.
You discard another cat.
I'm going to sacrifice both my foods to my Asmo and deal 6 damage to your...
Yeah. It's dead.
Okay, this is phenomenal. I killed this Cultivator Colossus. I'm guessing he doesn't have much here. He's just going to pass. I'm going to be in great shape.
But it still will
trigger still
resolve the
happens.
triggers. So I'll begin to do so.
Yep, go for it.
I'll put a land into play. I will put a land into play.
Yeah.
I'll put a land into play. I'll put a land into play. I am out of lands to put into play.
Oh, boy. Darn.
I will untap with the Amulet trigger. I have 2 bounce triggers as well.
Yes, you do.
And a Saga trigger, so I'll go ahead and let that one resolve.
How about you bounce both sagas?
I will consider that. Not really.
Darn.
I'll go ahead and float 2 mana with this one.
Sure.
That'll be one of the bounces.
Okay.
And then I'll just bounce a forest with the other one.
Sure. So you have red-green floating?
I do. And I don't actually have the ability to get enough green mana this turn
Nice.
to play anything of consequence. So a little bit unfortunate there.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and just play an Amulet.
Sure. Okay.
And let me think a little bit. I still have 1 green mana floating.
You do.
If I do things correctly, I could go and get a Dryad, play that. If I play a land, that nets mana. So yeah, I think this works. Let me just confirm. Yeah, because then these will be green. Okay.
For all my audience members, this is how you lose games.
I have a Summoner's Pact here.
I will cast
Wait,
my non-existent Pact of Negation.
I am going to go and grab a Dryad of the Elysian Grove.
You got it. All right, hear me out. Pass the turn.
Well, I have a green mana floating, and I don't want to let that go to waste.
Darn.
So I'll go ahead and add a red and a white to it.
You got it.
And I'll play a card known as Dryad of the Elysian Grove.
Yeah.
Most importantly with this, I get an additional land drop this turn.
Yeah.
And I have this here bounce land. And I have 2 amulets.
I'm going to keep looking at my card in my hand. Yeah.
I'm going to make 2 4 mana, return it.
Yeah. For those of you who don't play Magic Online, F6 is past priority. And
I'll add 2 more to that and play a Primeval Titan.
let's see, I can make a whole 1 food. Happens.
When this enters, I'm going to go ahead and grab a Vesuva and a Slayer Stronghold. All right, so this turn seemed like it was pretty much over. Arven killed my Cultivator Colossus, and I didn't have much in terms of green mana, and I just kind of thought, even though I've got a Titan, I only have 1 green mana available to me. I can't really do much. And then the gears started turning. I realized, wait, I've got a Summoner's Pact and a Titan. This means I can go and grab a Dryad of the Elysian Grove, which then allows me to play another land, and now I've got more green mana, and I can actually play the Titan. This turn went from kind of just okay, letting me draw a bunch of cards, to amazing. All right, so I have Vesuva and Slayer Stronghold. They do enter tapped. However, Vesuva is going to enter as a copy of Boros Garrison.
Oh, you don't say.
So that I can make, it doesn't really matter. I'll make extra mana, I guess.
Yes.
I have 2 red and 2 white floating. I'll have an extra colorless floating. And I'll use a red and a white to give my primetime +2 vigilance and haste.
Yeah,
The haste is the important part.
Yeah, this is pretty good.
I'll go to combat.
You really? Yeah, happens.
I'm going to attack you for 8. Trigger. I'm going to go ahead and get 2 Valakids. All right, so going in for the sideboard, I have a very simple plan. 2 different ways to disrupt Arven. I have 2 copies of Unlicensed Hearse to deal with his graveyard. He's got cats, he's got daredevils, different things that I want to exile at instant speed, so these are a very good option for that. I've also got 2 copies of Force of Vigor, which can deal with things like Urza's Saga, Witch's Oven, Underworld Cookbook, whatever you name, this can deal with it. As far as what I'm taking out, a couple copies of Cavern of Souls. Arven's playing green-black. Not really worried about my threats being countered. And 2 copies of Explore. Now, I know it's a little bit awkward to be taking out lands, but this is a 33 land deck if you count the double face card. So I can kind of afford to give up some land sideboarding, which you can't do in most decks.
Makes sense. On my side, I'm actually bringing in quite a few cards. 2 big ones are going to be Force of Vigor, because the things I want to hit are your
amulets.
They're really good.
Mainly.
And on that note, I also want to name amulets with my Necromantia here, so I want to just get them out of your hand, out of your deck.
Or a Titan, whatever.
Anything that hurts me, yeah. I also want your lands to tap for fair mana, so bringing Dampening Sphere, as well as a Claim here, so I could blow up something that I need to. If I need to gain life, I could blow up my own stuff. Now, what I'm taking out are just kind of random odd stuff. I'm taking out 2 Trails of Chrome because it's slow, not really that type of matchup. The Daredevil is fine, but at the same time, I'm assuming you're going to bring in Graveyard Hate, so it's just a little awkward. And then taking off a few one-ofs. I'm taking out the Shadow Spear, the Cookbook, and the Oven, because I can fetch for them, and there's multiple copies, and Spear doesn't do anything, and these can be fetched for. So personally, I think this is just fine, especially on the play.
All right, let's go ahead and get into game 2.
Okay.
Are you going first?
Oh, absolutely.
Again?
I'm going to need as much help as humanly possible.
I am a human.
I'm keeping.
I'll keep as well. A little bit risky here, but
Okay.
it's probably fine. All right, so for game 2, my hand is a little bit risky. It's got high upside if I draw well. I only have 3 lands, which is maybe okay. The problem is the lands are only okay at best. I've got a Cavern of Souls, a Slayer Stronghold, and an Urza Saga, which is a nice land to have. I have an Arboreal Grazer, which I can play on turn 1 if I want with my Cavern. I've also got an Amulet of Vigor, which is, what you always want to have in this deck. A Force of Vigor, so I've got one of my sideboard cards. I can maybe deal with some of the interaction that Arven might have. And I've got a Primeval Titan. So I've got my top end. I just need to find a couple of the steps along the way to actually fill this out.
So my game 2 hand, I'm actually really excited about this one. So I have 2 lands, one in a Blooming Marsh and an Urza Saga. My spells, however, I do have an Asmo, as well as a Cauldron Familiar. The other cards are pretty cool. So I do have a Street Wraith, so I'm going to get my Asmo on turn 1, as well as a Goose and a Force of Vigor. This is an easy keep because I get to interact, I get an Asmo, it's going to go great. Okay, so how about a Marsh?
Okay.
I would like to pay 2 life to cycle.
Yeah, that happens.
Sick. I'm going to pay a mana. Asmo.
Ooh, that means you get a cookbook.
I do. And after that, I am passing with a cookbook in my hand.
All right, I'll draw. That is a good card.
I see.
I'm excited about that one.
I hope so.
I will play a Cavern of Souls.
Okay.
I still have one. And I'm going to name Beast.
Oh, I see. Are we going to see a 1/1 beast that looks like a monkey?
How'd you know?
That's weird.
Well, it's not a 1/1. It's a 0/3.
Oh, it's a 0/3, yeah.
And I will put a land into play. That land is going to be an Urza Saga.
Sure.
Chapter 1.
Okay.
I will pass the turn.
Alrighty then. Well, I would like to move to combat.
Yeah.
3.
I think I'll just take it here.
Okay. I would like to play an Urza Saga of my own.
Yeah, you got a Saga.
I'm going to pay 2.
Okay.
Gambling Sphere.
That's very bad.
Go.
All right.
Play fair, Magic.
I see. Well, this is on chapter 2.
Yes.
Awkward. Awkward. All right.
I mean, you have to play fair, Magic?
Yeah, I don't like to play fair.
Exactly. Play fair, Magic, please.
All right. Well, I don't have good options here.
My suggestion is pass the turn. Is that viable at all?
I think I probably will end up passing the turn after I play a land.
I see.
I'll play a Slayer Stronghold.
A little awkward.
Yeah, at least I can make a construct. I will just pass the turn here.
Sick. Draw for the turn. Trigger. I would like to move to the combat phase of my turn.
Sure.
3 damage.
I guess while we're in combat, I am going to play a Force of Vigor.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Unfortunately, I'm going to be exiling a Dryad of the Elysian Grove.
Ooh, okay.
I'm going to target the Urza Saga and the Damping Sphere.
I see. I mean, it happens.
All right.
They get destroyed.
I'm going to take the 3.
Okay. I am going to play a land for the turn.
Yep.
And then, how about a cookbook?
You got a cookbook.
And I'm also going to sacrifice my land here and grab an untapped,
Forest Swamp or Overgrown Tomb?
Actually, I'm just going to grab an untapped Overgrown Tomb.
Sure thing.
Then, I'm going to play the Goose.
You got a goose.
I make a food.
You have a pretzel.
That is my entire pretzel. Go ahead.
All right, well, I do have a little bit of mana here, so I'm going to make a construct.
Absolutely.
It's 1/1.
Happens.
I'll untap and draw.
Yeah.
Math. All right. I'll just float 1 mana
Sure. Are we
and grab
seeing
an
a,
Amulet of Vigor.
No way. I don't believe you.
It is a 2/2. It's about to be even bigger because I have 1 mana floating.
You do.
I'm gonna play another Amulet of Vigor.
That's pretty good. Yeah. It's a 3/3 now.
It's a 3/3. I will then play a land. It's gonna be a Simic Growth Chamber.
Okay. I'm gonna respond to the trigger.
Sure.
I would like to cast a Force of Vigor of my own. I'm gonna get rid of my Finale of Devastation.
Okay. I'm guessing you're targeting the construct.
No, 2 amulets. 2 amulets.
Dang.
2 amulets.
I still get the triggers,
Yes.
but they are destroyed.
Cool.
Well, I was about to probably just win the game. Can't do that anymore. Force of Vigor, taking out both of my amulets means I get 1 untapped, or both of my untapped triggers here, but I don't get to keep doing that with the rest of my lands. It's stopped here. I have enough mana to play a Titan. That's about it. No amulet means I'm gonna need to draw well. I will untap, make 2 mana, untap, make 2 mana. And then I will actually tap my Cavern of Souls to make a mana, and
Sure,
that'll
bounce
be the
it.
one that I bounce. Add 1 more mana to that, and I've got 6. I'll play a Primeval Titan.
Yeah. Trigger on the stack. I'm gonna activate.
Yep.
I'm gonna discard a cat.
All right.
I'm gonna sacrifice 2, deal 6.
Yep, it will die.
Cool.
I get to go get lands.
You do.
All right, so the 2 lands that I'll grab are Bojuka Bog and Castle Garenbrig. All right, when the Bojuka Bog enters, I'll go ahead and have you exile your graveyard. Get rid of that cat.
Is it target player?
Yes,
Can you target yourself?
I can.
Okay.
I'm not going to.
Well, it's kind of mean.
I don't really have much. I'll just pass.
You don't want to tackle your 1/1?
I'm not today.
I see. Well, I'm going to go to combat.
Yep.
3.
I think I'll just take 3 one more time. All right, I'll untap and draw. I will play an expedition map
Sure.
and a cavern.
Okay. What would you like to name?
I'll name Beast.
Darn.
I will go to combat.
Sure.
I'll attack for 2.
I have no blocks. I'll take 2.
All right. After that, I'll just pass.
End of your turn. I would like to make a food.
You got a food.
I would also like to activate this card to make another food.
You've got 2 pretzels.
I got 2 pretzels. I'm going to untap and go to my draw. Combat.
Yep.
3.
I'll take it yet again.
Say a mighty... Huh. I don't know. Yeah, I'll just say go.
I will sacrifice my expedition map,
Sure.
and I'm actually just going to grab a forest.
Sure.
All right, time for the big, exciting
Show me Titan.
plays. All right, we've got a forest.
Okay.
So we've got our greens here.
Okay.
So that's 3.
Okay.
That's 4.
Uh-huh.
That's 5,
Uh-huh.
6,
Uh-huh.
and 7. I guess I don't even need another thing. We've got a Cultivator Colossus.
I'm going to respond to that one.
All right.
I'd like to sacrifice 2 foods, deal 6.
Yeah,
Okay.
it dies.
Yeah, trigger resolves.
All right, I've got a land.
Okay.
I'll make a green mana when it enters.
You got it. You draw a card. Nice.
I'm gonna let the green go.
You got it.
I'm gonna pass.
End of your turn. I'll make a food.
You've got a food.
I'll make 2 foods. Discard a Blooming Marsh.
Yep.
2 foods.
Multiple pretzel indeed.
Multiple. Move to the combat phase of my turn.
Yep.
How about a 3?
I'm just gonna throw the
Yeah.
little beastie boy away.
You got it. I'm gonna play an oven.
You've got an oven.
Go ahead. Should have attacked for 0 to show dominance.
Oh. Draw. I mean, that's a good one. Doesn't do a ton because you just get to keep on.
Killing your stuff, yes.
Killing my stuff. So I think what we're gonna do is play this one.
Oh, that's a good one.
So we've got 7 mana.
Mm-hmm.
We've actually got 8 mana.
Ah, so you don't have to tap one of them.
I'll leave my Cavern of Souls untapped and
Sure.
assert dominance because it's on beast. Alright, so we're looking at the top 7 here. What are we gonna find?
My hope is not a Titan. Maybe
I honestly, a Dryad of the Elysian Growth is what I'm hoping for.
Yeah.
And that is what we hit.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Because it enters with 3 counters on it.
It does. That's pretty annoying.
Which means it doesn't die to Asmo.
Yeah.
Well.
Yet. It does not die to Asmo yet.
Doesn't die to Asmo this turn. I've got nothing else for
All
a
right,
while.
cool.
I'll just pass.
Draw for the turn. I'm actually going to pay 2 life to cycle.
Sure thing.
Sick. I'm going to discard an Asmo.
You've got it.
I'm going to make a pretzel.
You got a pretzel.
I'm going to make another pretzel.
You got another pretzel.
I'm going to sacrifice 2, deal 6. Sacrifice 2 more, deal 6.
Yeah, it's dead.
3 you.
I don't really foresee this getting much bigger, so I'll just
Go ahead.
and let it die.
I'm all set.
All right. I do have one more good card in my hand.
Ooh, is it a Titan?
It is.
That's not good. That's
But
very much not good.
it also doesn't have the ability. I don't have an amulet, so it can't have haste.
It's just a
this turn.
6 mana search for 2
It
lands.
gets 2 lands, yeah. So I will play said Titan.
Yes.
So 2, 3, 4. That makes 6.
Okay. I'm going to be honest with you. That's probably going to be a dead Titan.
I foresee it dying in the future here. I am going to grab a Simic Growth Chamber and a Teleria West.
Yeah, you got it.
All right, so this will bounce a land back. It's going to be the Teleria West.
Yeah. Do you have the ability to transmute at this turn?
No.
Okay.
Don't worry
I
about
just
it.
didn't know what.
I'll pass.
I see. I'm going to untap.
Yep. I have a feeling that I'm looking at a dead Titan here.
That's strange. The issue is I don't want to discard this card.
But you kind of have to,
Yeah.
I think.
Well, I can sacrifice my thing.
You could sacrifice your goose for the one time being able to keep your card. Is it worth it?
I don't think so. It's such a good card. All right, so I'm going to pay 2.
Yep.
I'm going to make a food. Discard it. Just shortcut here and kill your Titan.
Yep.
You see why I didn't want to discard it?
I can see Urza Saga's pretty good.
Go to combat.
I'm taking 3.
Go ahead. Dude, a Titan, a Colossus, and another Titan? You gotta do better. I'm just adding them to the cookbook, man. There's just one food after another. They have 6 toughness. Asmo deals 6. Do better, come on.
All right. Well, considering the prime time's not doing much for me, I do have another option, which is to float a green
Yes.
and transmute a Teleria West.
Yeah, are we grabbing a Summoner's Pact?
I am going to grab a Summoner's Pact.
You got it.
All right, and I still have that green floating.
Yes.
I also have a Summoner's Pact that we know about now.
Yeah, what are we
and
grabbing?
I'm going to grab the other Cultivator Colossus.
That's pretty good.
And because I have that green, I can just tap out.
Yep.
And I will play the Cultivator Colossus.
So this is important. What is its creature type?
It's a plant beast.
Okay, it's a beast.
Yep.
Darn it, I can't even counter it.
I'll put a land into play.
Yeah, you got it.
And draw. And then I will pass.
I see. How big is that thing currently?
It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9.
It's a 9/9.
It's a 9/9.
Okay. I think I just gotta. That's so awkward.
Indeed.
I think I just have to pass. Go ahead.
Well, at the end of your turn, I did draw 1 good card off of the Colossus.
That's not good.
It's a Force of Vigor.
Yikes.
And I don't really think I need this or Boreal Grazer, so I'll just go ahead and use this now.
Yikes.
I'm going to target the 2 things that I can.
I'm gonna activate here.
Yep,
I'm gonna discard a Finale.
you got it.
I make a pretzel.
Yep.
They go away. That was really bad. Well, now I'm kind of glad I didn't keep that Urza Saga.
I'll untap and draw.
And I think that's the game, right?
1, 2, 3. I only have 9. And I can't give
You
any
can't give it
ability.
yet.
I don't have
Okay.
red and white mana.
Okay.
I'll attack for 9.
I got no blocks. I'll take 9.
All right, you're down to 2.
Yep.
You've got an out maybe. I'm not sure. Go ahead.
I'll make a food.
You got a food.
2 pretzels. Draw for the turn.
Yep.
Move to combat.
Yeah.
Throw you.
I'm down to 2.
I'll pass.
You'll pass.
Yes.
Combat.
Yeah.
9.
Before damage, I'm
Yeah.
actually going to take myself out by cycling a street.
You got it.
Game.
Good game.